I ever envisioned with this team, having to go in and talk to them, after losing the first round.
27 for Rudy Gobert.
We missed wide open threes. We missed a couple shots at the rim.
Wow, a blown miss bunny by Luka. Minnesota is going to win this series and knock out the Lakers 4-1. Shocking here.
Since my first NBA Finals appearance, I think in 2007, every season that I did not make it to the finals or did not win a championship has been a disappointment.
Well, folks, we got news. The King is back. ESPN senior NBA insider Sham's back with us. Oh, by the way, so is LeBron James. So, Shams, let me ask you. I hear he's back for a King's ransom, but with a twist.
Yeah, LeBron James opted into his contract. That's the first time he's ever opted into a contract. We know he's famous for those 1+1. Well, this time he's not opting out. He's opting in $52.6 million. So we know he's going to be playing a record 23rd NBA season. Still not sure, will he play just one more season or multiple more years? But the story here is that LeBron James, I'm told, he wants to be a part of a championship team. And that means with the Lakers, what are they going to do this summer? Clutch Sports CEO Rich Paul told me today that they understand where the Lakers are at, building for the future, building around LeBron James, as he says right there. LeBron understands that, but he values a realistic chance of winning it all. And that relationship between LeBron James and the Lakers has been fruitful. We know he's been there for 7-8 years, a championship. They've been to 2 Western Conference Finals berths as well. But we see right there, he's appreciative of the opportunity. Now, what are the Lakers going to do this offseason? And if anything, this throws a new wrinkle into free agency, because if LeBron James is thinking twice about his future, there's a lot to evaluate there.
Yeah, realistic chance of winning it all is not getting bounced early in the playoffs. That's for sure.
What can the Lakers do as far as making sure that he's locked in and they're locked into him to just give everybody some comfort as far as that goes?
Making big moves. So what does that look like? I mean, when you think about the center position, Rob Pelinka, the president of basketball operations, has been very clear. We want to go find a center, whether that's someone on the marketplace right now, a guy like Brook Lopez, Clint Capella, Al Horford, DeAndre Ayton. I just reported he's finalizing a contract buyout with the Portland Trailblazers. So there's plenty now of players on the potential market. Who could they look at? And then Dorian Finney-Smith, he opted out of his $15.4 million deal today. So he's going to be a free agent. Do they bring him back? And so there's questions around this roster, very legitimate questions around this roster.
Remember the whole Mark Williams fiasco with him. Like, as far as that center position goes, we know they are desperate for that side. But to move over to the other side of Tinseltown with the Clippers, they locked up James Harden for the foreseeable future. What does that mean for this squad?
2 years, $81.5 million extension, and it's an interesting second year. He's got a player option on year 2 in 2026-27, but it's also a partially guaranteed one. So it gives both sides flexibility for now and for next season. I think the Clippers right now are looking more the offseason of 2026. I'm told they're projecting potential max salary space next offseason, and so given that, the Clippers are going to try to look to add to the roster, and I think even this offseason, they're going to be active with the mid-level exception, about $15 million in salary space per year to use this offseason.
Plenty more coming up, right? With free agency right around. Away from free agency, but evidently Julius Randle won't be seeing that because the 3-time All-Star forward intends to sign a 3-year deal worth $100 M's to remain a part of the Big Three in Minnesota. Notably, the T-Wolves reportedly have Naz Reid locked into a deal as well. Randle's coming off one heck of a postseason run, career highs in points per game and shooting percentage. And so now we get the chance to welcome back Sham, the man whose screen time has to be absolutely absurd right about now. And look, to begin right there with where I just started, the T-Wolves and all the activity that they've had thus far leading into free agency. What does that mean for solidifying their roster?
Critical to get Julius Randle back in the mix at that 3-year, $100 million. They got Naz Reid re-signed earlier to keep that core together with Anthony Edwards. We know Rudy Gobert's already there. These two big men as well, big part of it. Jayden McDaniels as well. But what this does mean is Nickeil Alexander-Walker is likely to depart elsewhere in free agency. This team is already in the second apron. They are heavy in on this team as far as luxury tax concerned. So they're going to mitigate it a little bit. You have to sacrifice a little bit when you're this deep into the luxury tax. But this is a team that's clearly pushed all its chips in, and they traded Karl-Anthony Towns away last offseason. So this is really their core here with Rudy Gobert, Naz Reid, Julius Randle at the bigs.
Now, on the opposite end of the spending spectrum is Portland, right? And what do we have breaking news on that front there?
Portland Trailblazers and DeAndre Ayton, their center, they are finalizing a contract buyout. He will become a free agent. This is a sudden, surprising addition to the free agent market because he had $35 million left on his deal next season, but he's set to become a free agent. This is a fresh opportunity for both sides. We know the Blazers just added Yang Hansen at number 16 overall pick, so they're pretty deep in terms of young, talented bigs. Listen, DeAndre Ayton is one of 4 players to average 10 points, 10 rebounds the last 7 seasons in the NBA. And remember, just in 2021, he was a top 3 player on that Suns team that made it to the NBA Finals against the Bucks. So this is a guy that has a lot of talent.
Yeah, when he came over from Phoenix, he was supposed to be the future. Now on his way up, they got Donovan Clingan and Hansen, like you said, so we'll see where they go. Another Western Conference team making moves, the Rockets. What's the latest move from them today?
I think this was a little bit of a surprise. Jabari Smith Jr. agreed to a 5-year, $122 million deal, rookie extension with the Rockets. So not the deal was surprised, but the fact that he's the first rookie extension guy off the board in that class. And so he's the only player in the 2022 draft class that 2,500 points, 1,500 rebounds. The Rockets believe in his ability long-term so much, they excluded him from any conversations around Kevin Durant. They landed Kevin Durant anyway. And so the Rockets, they've done their business fast and furious these last 15 days. We see it right there with all the extensions. They give Ime Udoka massive extensions. Steven Adams, Jabari Smith, retain all their free agents. Fred VanVleet, Jayshawn Tate, Aaron Holiday, Jeff Green, and the biggest of them all, the acquisition of Kevin Durant.
Yeah, similar to Minnesota, right? They know where they're at, where they are in this Western Conference, so make the push when you can. Now, Shams, Detroit Pistons guard Malik Beasley made some headlines today with gambling allegations. What all does that entail?
So I'm told federal investigators are probing Pistons guard Malik Beasley on allegations of gambling on NBA games and prop bets. And the allegations stem from the 2023-24 NBA season, I'm told. And his attorney told me today an investigation is not a charge. Malik is afforded the same right of the presumption of innocence as anyone else under the U.S. Constitution. He has not been charged of anything right now, but his free agency has essentially stalled out. I'm told he was on track to sign a 3-year, $42 million deal with the Pistons ahead of this free agency. Teams can negotiate with their own free agent. That's what was going on. But now these talks are paused. This investigation is active and ongoing.
Yeah, tough situation there. I mean, like you say, investigation, not a charge, but still not a lot teams can do with him while all that's happening. Shams Charania with the various latest with the
Back on SportsCenter with breaking news. A very busy day for Shams Charania. And Shams, we thought it would be mostly team options, player options for